We do want to know what happened and why it happened to him.
A teen who deputies say was a burglary suspect drowns in a nearby lake. Why his family says the story from investigators doesn't add up. Plus, a police department in Brevard County is cracking down on crime. What's changing this summer? Then, a former Navy SEAL is full of pride this weekend. The message she's spreading for the LGBT community. Your morning report starts right now.
From News 13, the morning's first news and weather together. This is your weekend morning news weather now.
And thanks for joining us this Sunday live right here on News 13. I'm David Bodden. Your time right now is 7:01. Meteorologist Jamie Martin joining us here in the studio. And Jamie, I got to tell you, the News 13 Plus app, which you should download, it is free.
Oh, yeah.
It was very important last night. I was getting all kind of alerts when those storms were coming through.
Yeah, big thunderstorms yesterday during the afternoon hours. We're going to have more thunderstorms this afternoon, too. So make sure you have that app and have it handy, especially if you're going to be out and about across Central Florida. Let's take a look right now. Outside, it's a beautiful start to the day around Cape Canaveral. The Health First Hospital cam showing nice sunny conditions out there across Central Florida. Not too many problems. We have a couple of leftover clouds from those showers yesterday, but that should be just about it. For this morning, we should be nice and quiet to at least start off the day. But boy, it is warm and muggy. 81 degrees in Leesburg right now, 78 in Melbourne, 79 Daytona Beach, and for Sanford, 80 in Kissimmee at the present time. We're going to see those temperatures climbing all the way back into the low to even mid-90s across the inland areas, 93 in Orlando, 91 in Kissimmee, 88 in Titusville. So very warm day out there across Central Florida. About a 60 to 70% chance of showers and storms. So we're going to see that enhanced chance of showers and storms over the next couple of days. We'll talk more about what you can expect for the rest of your work week coming up with your 7-day outlook in about 10 minutes with your weather on the ones. David, looks like we're going to continue to see more showers and storms.
All righty. Thanks so much, Jamie. The family of an 18-year-old burglary suspect is demanding answers this morning. The Orange County Sheriff's Office recovered the man's body yesterday afternoon in an Orange County lake. News 13's Jerry Hume is joining us live near Lake Sherwood and Good Homes Road and Colonial Drive. And Jerry, tonight the family is holding a vigil for Clarence Lake III.
And David, we're standing here behind the parking lot for the Lowe's off Colonial Drive, and this is where that candlelight vigil will be held tonight near Lake Sherwood, which you see behind me. The family of 18-year-old Clarence Lake III says he was a good swimmer, and they don't know how he could have died in these waters. When we first brought you this story as breaking news on Friday morning, the Orange County Sheriff's Office responding to a car burglary at the nearby Hawthorne Groves apartment complex. Deputies were able to locate and capture two suspects, a 17 and an 18-year-old. But a third suspect, Clarence Lake, evaded capture, according to investigators, and jumped into Lake Sherwood. Deputies say their helicopter overhead last spotted Lake in distress, having a hard time swimming in the marsh-like conditions. That was early Friday morning. His body wasn't recovered until yesterday afternoon around 3 o'clock.
Part of him drowning inside the water and taking 2 days to find him, just everything just doesn't add up. Clarence is a very good swimmer, so I need answers.
Lake's family says because the water is pretty shallow here, they believe someone may be trying to cover up his death. We're working to get more information from the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Now, that candlelight vigil set for 6 o'clock tonight. Reporting live here in Orange County, Jerry Hume, News 13.
Right now, deputies are searching for the man who injured one of their own during a traffic stop in Flagler Beach. It happened on South 2nd Street last night before 7 o'clock. Deputy Richard Petkovsek stopped a vehicle for running a stop sign. But when the deputy approached the car, this man, Jimmy Bell III, allegedly accelerated his vehicle and ran over the deputy's foot. Now, we're told that he's driving a gray 2016 Dodge Dart with Florida tag DUJ D90. The deputy was taken to the hospital but has since been released. In Osceola County, a 7-year-old girl drowned at a community pool. It happened at Anthem Park subdivision on Remembrance Avenue in St. Cloud yesterday evening. Police say that her family was visiting friends in the neighborhood. They say that she and some friends went to the pool without her parents' consent. We now know a boat that was washed up on Volusia County's beach was stolen, and the suspect is now under arrest. Beach safety officials say the boat was unmanned when it came ashore around 10:30 yesterday morning near Silver Beach Approach. Now, viewers sent us these photos. Officials say that eventually they figured out that the 36-foot boat was stolen from a marina in Daytona Beach. Thankfully, no one on shore was hurt. And Palm Bay police are upping patrols to ensure a safe summer for children and their families. The plan includes increased patrols in local parks and reassigning school resource officers to the department's youth services unit. Now, the hope is this will better integrate the officers into the community and help keep kids out of trouble.
They know the kids, they know who they are, they know where they live, they know where they hang out. So we, with our analysts, strategize where we're going to have problems with, and we attack that problem.
Police tell us since 2011, there's been around a 23% decrease in crime. They attribute that success to the summer initiatives just like this current strategy.
Tried to do an emergency landing out here on Metro Parkway. It had problems on takeoff.
One person is dead and another injured after a plane crashed into a Fort Myers daycare. Investigators say the daycare was empty when the crash happened yesterday morning. A passenger was killed in that crash, but the pilot survived and is now hospitalized.
I saw the plane flying real low and his right wing clipped the trees. And when that happened, he lost control, landed on the side of the building, somersaulted in front, and landed in front of that daycare from Chico's and exploded about 5 seconds later.
The National Transportation Safety Board says it will issue a report on the crash in the next 2 weeks. In Orlando, the community came together for the family of Robert Snyder. Snyder was one of the 5 people shot and killed at Fiamma Incorporated in Orange County earlier this month. Now, the fundraiser was held last night at Turtle Bay.
It's an honor for us to do this for him and his family because it's a tragedy what had happened, and for something like that, you know, just to come out of nowhere, and for us to be able to help his family in any way is amazing for us.
The gunman in that workplace shooting was a former employee, and he took his own life. More than 145 people are dead and dozens more wounded after an oil tanker overturned and burst into flames in Pakistan. Officials say people rushed to the scene to gather leaking fuel after the tanker flipped over earlier today. More than 50,000 people are expected to pack St. Pete today for the Pride Festival. The weekend is designed to promote diversity and unity. News 13's Sandra Weathers sat down with Kristen Beck, a transgender woman who was a former Navy SEAL and the inspiration for a CNN film.
When most people think of a Navy SEAL, they think
Navy SEAL would be Superman, Conan, Barbarian, Warrior. And warrior, operator.
Kristen Beck would know better than most. She's a retired Navy SEAL and was a member of SEAL Team 6. These are pictures of her before she came out as a transgender woman in 2013.
I'm still Christopher, I'm still Kristen, I'm still a barbarian, I'm still a warrior, but I'm also an artist. I'm also a peacemaker. I'm also a bridge builder.
And that's the message she's hoping to spread in the Bay Area by showing her film, Lady Valor, here at the Free Fall Theater.
It's about my life, and it wasn't made for maybe the LGBT community. I kind of made it for Ohio and Iowa and all the rednecks out there, because there's a gun, there's a beer, and there's a dog in every scene.
She jokes about parts of the movie, but emphasizes the importance of the message it sends.
We're Americans, and we are part of our country. And if you can relate to some of my life, maybe you'll have some compassion. And maybe you'll look at a person, you're going to look at a 14-year-old transgender person who's having a tough time. And maybe you won't scoff. And maybe you won't make fun. Maybe you won't use derogatory terminology to that 14-year-old.
A message just in time for Pride Weekend in St. Pete, an area she became familiar with when she was stationed at MacDill Air Force Base. And if you're wondering, she didn't take out Osama bin Laden, but the retired and highly decorated SEAL has 20 years of service, 13 deployments, and more training than most could imagine. And maybe some secret missions.
It's classified. No, just kidding. No, I mean, it was a lot like you see in the movies, but the movies only show maybe 1 or 2%. there's a lot of other work behind there. I mean, there's us with backpacks running 20 miles just to practice.
Beck retired 5 years ago and has 2 older children. She now lives near Washington, D.C. with her wife of 2 years and paints to help cope with her PTSD and her transition. It's a life she says she waited more than 40 years to live, a life she's hoping will have a positive impact on the people who hear about it. In St. Petersburg, Sandra Weathers, News 13.
As for today's festivities, the Pride Festival runs until 4 o'clock this afternoon. The Orlando Fire Department invited neighbors to a community open house at one of its fire stations. Yesterday, attendees shook the hands of firefighters at Station 17 and learned some life-saving skills, including fire extinguisher training and blood pressure checks. Also on display were the station's new auto pulse compression devices that provide uninterrupted, hands-free CPR to victims of cardiac arrest.
Explain our latest rescue, newest rescues, our CPR devices, our video laryngoscopes, and hands-only CPR. This way, when we respond on scenes, it's our ability to render aid at a faster and more efficient manner.
The new hands-free CPR devices squeeze the patient's chest while the stabilizing board to improve. And your time right now is 7:11. Meteorologist Jamie Martin standing by for us in the Weather Center. Good morning, Jamie.
Hey, good morning, David. It looks like a nice start to the day out there. Going to see a lot of sunshine across most of central Florida. A few leftover clouds from yesterday's showers and thunderstorms that we had across the area. Here's a live look at the ruins Infracam at the Ocean Deck restaurant there in Daytona Beach. You can see a pretty nice start to the day. Not too many problems expected out there towards Daytona Beach. In fact, waves themselves only running about a foot, maybe 2 feet at the most. So looking pretty good out there if you do want to head off in the water to kind of beat the heat coming up for the daytime hours. Let's take a look at the wave heights across central Florida coming up as we work our way through the daytime hours today. It looks like we're going to continue to see only about a 1 to 2 foot wave, and that's just about it all the way from Cocoa Beach all the way up towards New Smyrna Beach. So not much in terms of surfing, but pretty good if you're going to be heading out there again to beat the heat because the temperatures are going to be climbing quickly. In fact, already 80 degrees in Kissimmee, 81 in Leesburg, 78 in Melbourne right now, 79 Daytona Beach. So already looking at temperatures close to 80 degrees as we start off the day, and we're going to see temperatures back near 90 along the beach and back in the low to mid 90s across the inland areas. Here's a look at Futurecast as we go through your morning and into the afternoon. We're going to see a good chance of showers beginning to develop here along the west coast here through about 2-3 o'clock this afternoon, and that's going to push right on across central Florida as we go through the latter half of the afternoon and into the evening hours. So we're going to see a good 60-70% chance of showers and storms coming up as we head through the evening hours on our Sunday. Now here's a look at our forecast for today. Partly sunny skies. Again, some showers and thunderstorms out there. Temperatures mainly in the low to mid 90s. We'll see those temperatures back down just a little bit over the next couple of days as we increase the chance of showers and storm each and every afternoon. We're going to talk more about your 7-day outlook coming up in just a few minutes with your weather on the ones. Right now, another live look at Storm Tracker 13 Doppler radar.
The U.S. Senate could vote on a new health care plan. Next, how it could affect millions here in the Sunshine State. Plus, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer has a feeling it was more than just Russia who may have interfered with the election. Find out who he's thinking and where President Trump is placing blame as well. Stay with us.
Storm Tracker 13 is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. For the people. Online at forthepeople.com.
This hurricane season, you've got a powerhouse in your corner. Storm Tracker 13.
These storms popping up fast, moving even faster.
Only News 13 has Storm Tracker 13. Always tracking storms, giving you minute-by-minute information.
Going to be off the coast by 3 a.m.
Delivering technology that gives you time to prepare and keeps you safe.
You definitely want to take precautions.
Storm Tracker 13, the most powerful name this hurricane season, is on News 13, exclusively on Spectrum.
July 4th, now! Appliance Direct. Most new product, every day. Appliance Direct. Most shapes and sizes. KitchenAid counter depth, Whirlpool convection. Appliance Direct. Every day our first change. July 4th, now! Maytag Laundry. with a 5-year full factory warranty. Appliance Direct. If you didn't buy direct, you saw the same old stuff. Every day our floors change. July 4th now, Appliance Direct.
Don't get caught in the dark this storm season. Drive a new F-150 and get a free generator. Where? From your Tropical Storm Center, Tropical Ford. New 2017 F-150s from only $22,450, over 70 to choose from. Plus, Tropical Ford will give you a free Bentley and a Briggs & Stratton generator. Factory discounts up to $10,800 and payments from $299 per month. Don't get caught in the dark.
New truck, new generator. Tropical Ford on Orange Blossom Trail in beautiful South Orlando.
I can't believe it's over.
I know, it all happened so fast. It was a nice service and well attended. The DeGespie family was so compassionate. They made sense of all the decisions and arrangements.
It showed how much we care.
It showed how much your father cared. He planned in advance.
I'm Todd DeGespie. Let our family help yours. Funeral or cremation from $7.95. Call or visit DeGespieFuneralHome.com.
Spotting jams with more traffic cams. Your real-time traffic every 10 minutes all morning long on News 13. Exclusively on Spectrum. Florida Lottery is brought to you by 1-800-TRIAL-PRO. Don't just hire an attorney, hire a trial professional.
The U.S. Senate could soon vote on its bill to replace the Affordable Care Act, but critics warn that proposed cuts to Medicaid could hurt millions of Floridians. Beginning in 2020, health policy experts say the Senate measure would limit the federal funds that states receive each year for Medicaid. If the bill is passed, it would lock in Florida's low-spending Medicaid rates, forcing the state to reduce enrollment, decrease benefits, or cut other areas of the budget. Now, according to the Kaiser Family Foundation, over 4 million low-income children, pregnant women, adults, seniors, and people with disabilities receive coverage on Medicaid. Meanwhile, Senator Bernie Sanders is on a so-called Protect Our Care tour. Last night, Sanders was in Pittsburgh criticizing the current GOP health care bill.
Let me be as clear as I can be. This so-called health care bill passed in the House last month is the most anti-working class piece of legislation passed by the House of Representatives in the modern history of this country. And the Senate bill, in some respects, is even worse.
Republican Senate leaders unveiled their proposal last week. It includes Medicaid cuts, cuts for federal reimbursements to Planned Parenthood, an elimination of Obamacare's taxes on the wealthy, and an end to penalties for people who decide to opt out of health care coverage. President Donald Trump is blaming his predecessor for any possible Russian meddling in the 2016 election. The president tweeted yesterday, quote, "Since the Obama administration was told way before the 2016 election that the Russians were meddling, why no action? Focus on them, not T," unquote. Then, Obama administration officials said that they choked when it came to acting on Russian meddling of the election. They didn't want to hurt Hillary, end quote. Former President Obama ordered a review of Russia's actions and imposed new sanctions following the election. President Trump has acknowledged that Russia likely tried to interfere with the election, but has denounced investigations into possible Russian collusion with his campaign. Also, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer says some other countries may have interfered in the election as well. Spicer says he hasn't discussed his thoughts with the president yet. Spicer added that President Trump has taken steps to protect voting systems, including creating a commission to study the integrity of the voting process.
This hurricane season, you've got a powerhouse in your corner. Storm Tracker 13, the most powerful name this hurricane season, exclusively on Spectrum.
That thing you do every day, it's your thing.
and it matters to you and to the people who rely on you. That's why you rely on your network. It's the foundation of the enterprise. We are Spectrum Enterprise, and we deliver the network and cloud services vital to your enterprise. Our nationwide fiber network is reliable, it's scalable, it's designed to meet your company's ever-expanding technology needs. And now, it's more accessible than ever before. Our cloud services provide the IT infrastructure you need, and our experts work with you. We get to know your business. Then, we design and deliver the right solution for the job. So your clients, customers, and employees can rely on you. And you can keep doing your thing. Because that thing you do every day, it matters. Spectrum Enterprise.
July 4th, now! Appliance Direct. Most new product, every day. Appliance Direct. Most shapes and sizes. KitchenAid counter depth, Whirlpool convection. Appliance Direct. Every day our first change. July 4th, now! Maytag Laundry with a 5-year full factory warranty. Appliance Direct. If you didn't buy Direct, you saw the same old stuff. Every day our first change. July 4th, now! Appliance Direct.
At the Trial Professionals, we know accidents happen on the weekends too, which is why we work on Saturdays and Sundays. If you've had an auto accident or slipped and fallen or been hurt at work, or if you've just finally had the time after your busy week to get around to speaking to an attorney, call us now, Saturday or Sunday, so we can start protecting you immediately. Don't lose any more time. Don't just hire any attorney. Hire a hard-working and available trial professional. Call 1-800-TRIAL-PRO.
Love it, hate it, or just whoa. Connect with News 13 on Facebook. Your accurate weather experts forecast with Storm Tracker 13.
Hey, good Sunday morning, everybody. It looks like another chance of showers and storms across central Florida. A good 50 to 60% chance expected by later on today. So we're going to see a pretty good chance of showers and storms. And one of the reasons we have a cold front just off to the north of us, not going to make it all the way here into central Florida, but we're still going to be watching it very carefully because it's really basically pushing a lot of moisture right across central Florida. So we're going to see a good chance of showers and storms as we head through the daytime hours today. Let's go and talk about the morning, though. Right now, things looking pretty good. As we go through the afternoon, by 1 o'clock, we're going to see the chance of showers and storms back in the forecast here. A pretty good coverage here through 4 p.m. Again, about a 50 to 60% chance. So be aware of that if you have any outdoor plans coming up through the afternoon and early evening hours. Overnight tonight should be pretty quiet all the way through about 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. As we go through the day on Monday, though, we'll see another good chance, about a 70% chance of showers and storms. So a really good chance of showers and thunderstorms back in the forecast as we head through the beginning of next week, all the way through our Monday and into our Tuesday, even early on Tuesday by 11 a.m. Pretty good chance of showers and storms. Here's a look at your county by county forecast for today. 90 in Melbourne, 87 in Cocoa, and over towards the Cape, 88 in Titusville. Heading over towards the attractions, 91 in Kissimmee, 92 in St. Cloud, 91 in Yeehaw Junction. So kind of a warm day out there before the showers kick in. About 93 in Orlando, 93 in Lake Nona, also over towards Dr. Phillips, 92 in Apopka, so watch out for those afternoon showers and thunderstorms. 92 over towards Geneva, also Chuliota, 91 in Sanford, 92 in Lake Monroe, and then heading back towards your golf game at the Villages, 91, 91 in Ocala, 93 in Eustis, 93 also in Astor. So it's going to be really a warm day out there, except for right along the beach where that sea breeze is going to kick in during the afternoon. About 89 at Daytona Beach, 88 New Smyrna, at 91 in DeLand, and 92 over towards Deltona. Here's a look at your marine forecast coming up for today. Winds will pick up just a bit during the afternoon hours, up to about 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be running at 2 to 3 feet. There'll be a moderate chop on the intercoastal, and the pressure trend is going to be on the steady side. Here's a look at your 7-day outlook. As you can see, we have a really good chance of showers and storms over the next few days, a 60 to 70% chance coming up for the rest of this weekend and into the beginning of next week. We go back down to about a 50% chance coming up by Wednesday and Thursday, but still a pretty good chance of showers and storms Temperatures don't change a whole lot over the next few days. We'll stay right about 90 to 92 degrees. Coming up over the next few afternoons, overnight lows back down into the mid-70s. Here's a look at your pollen forecast coming up for the next couple of days. 1.0 coming up for today, up to a 2.1 on your Tuesday. We'll keep you updated on the showers and storms right here with your weather on the ones. Right now, a live look at Storm Tracker 13 Doppler radar.
The weekend isn't over yet, so if you're looking for something fun to do, News 13's entertainment reporter Allison Walker-Torres has some great ideas.
This is your June 25th on the town calendar, so if you have any Frozen film fanatics in the house, they might dig the Frozen Summer Games now at Disney's Blizzard Beach. It's also the only place in Walt Disney World property where you can get a selfie with Kristoff. The games, from ski pole limbo to all kinds of races, are included with park admission. Adults, this is for you. Cabaret the Musical is now playing at Osceola Arts in Kissimmee. Now, if you know the musical, you know Cliff, Sally, and the Kit Kat Club. This runs through July 3rd. And on Saturday, DeLand is hosting its 3rd annual Firecracker Festival at Earl Brown Park. This features a free concert starring Motown Magic, fireworks show, food trucks, barbecue, and a kids zone that they say is awesome. This goes from 5 until 10 p.m. And it's not too common to see giant ice cubes dropped into a lagoon to help us chill out this summer. Arctic Blast Tuesdays are now happening in Melbourne at the Brevard Zoo, so Tuesdays through the end of July at 11:30 and 1 o'clock. This takes place in the Pause On Play Lagoon. And if you have a preschooler, then you probably know about Nickelodeon's Paw Patrol Live. These characters are coming to life on stage in Race to the Rescue, now playing at the Dr. Phillips Center. Showtimes today are early at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. This is your Sunday on the town calendar. I'm Allison Walker-Torres.
Meanwhile, one of the only 2 wooden roller coasters in the world with a 360-degree barrel roll is now open at Fun Spot in Kissimmee. The Mind Blower is 83 feet tall. Find out how long the ride lasts and other fun facts on our website at mynews13.com/attractionsinsider. This big girl is a big world champion right now. But for what? Well, that'll have you thinking twice about if you want your pet to have the same recognition. We'll be right back. You're watching News 13 exclusively on Spectrum Networks.
I'm Allison Walker-Torres, and this week on In Focus, can you believe this? There are literally thousands of people right now who can't get their hands on nutritional food. This is happening right in our backyard. They're called food deserts, impoverished areas that lack grocery stores and farmers markets. The story behind them and how Florida is dealing with this problem, that's coming up this week on In Focus.
Travel forecast is brought to you by One Stop Cooling and Heating. The one-stop difference. It only takes one.
Airport, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will double the factory rebates on all new vehicles.
That's right, we're doubling all factory rebates. And if the factory is taking off $3,000, airports will make it $6,000, all the way up to $10,000 off. 15 minutes from anywhere in Orlando.
See you at airport during the Drive and Discover event.
You're driving along, and then it happens. You get hurt in a car accident. After your accident, we make things easy for you. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Is the practice of law easy? No. But is letting us take care of the hassles, the phone calls, the paperwork easy? Yes. That's our job. We make it easy for you.
After your accident, make it easy. Call Rubenstein Law. They handle the hassle so you don't have to.
I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein. Call me. I want to be your attorney.
Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
July 4th, now! Appliance Direct. Most new product, every day. Appliance Direct. Most shapes and sizes. KitchenAid counter depth, Whirlpool convection. Appliance Direct. Every day our first change. July 4th, now! Maytag Laundry with a 5-year full factory warranty. Appliance Direct. If you didn't buy direct, you saw the same old stuff. Every day our first change. July 4th now, Appliance Direct.
I was in a bad car accident. I hired a law firm to help me. They wanted me to settle for $28,000. That's when I contacted attorney Dan Newland for advice. Attorney Dan Newland took my case over and recovered $100,000 to help me, and I'm very grateful.
I was honored to help Peter recover $100,000, and I'd be honored to personally help you too. Call me now at 407-888-8000.
Airport, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will double the factory rebates on all new vehicles.
That's right, we're doubling all factory rebates. And if the factory is taking off $3,000, airports will make it $6,000, all the way up to $10,000 off. 15 minutes from anywhere in Orlando.
See you at airport during the Drive and Discover event.
This hurricane season, you've got a powerhouse in your corner. Storm Tracker 13, the most powerful name this hurricane season, exclusively on Spectrum.
Crime statistics in Florida are the lowest they've been in nearly 50 years, but some crime is on the rise. How officials say you can help decrease the numbers. Plus, the dog flu hits Central Florida, where you can go today to vaccinate your pet.
And it's the artistic way to ease into the weekend. I'm Scott Fleiss. Later this half hour with Florida on a Tankful, join us as we take a little bit of clay and a little bit of wine and put the two together and make something pretty fine. But first, all the weekend's news and weather starts now.
From News 13, the morning's first news and weather together. This is your weekend morning news weather now.
Good morning and thanks for staying with us here on News 13. I'm David Bodden. Your time right now is 7:31. Meteorologist Jamie Martin is standing by in the Weather Center for us. And Jamie, is today going to be a good beach day for folks who want to head out?
Yeah, not too bad out there, David, this morning, but watch out by this afternoon. We're going to see more showers and storms back across Central Florida. A couple of those could be a bit on the strong side with some heavy rain possible and, of course, all that dangerous lightning. Here's a live look at Flagler Beach. The ruined Ziffer-Cam at the Flagler Beach Pier showing pretty quiet conditions out there right now. As you can see, the waves only running about 1 to 2 feet, so not much in terms of surfing, but hey, get out there and enjoy the cooler water temperature. 79 degrees right now in Sanford, 81 in Leesburg. It's 80 in Kissimmee, 76 in Orlando, so a very warm start to the day. It's going to be a hot day out there. Surf forecast again only running 1 to 2 feet. Moderate rippers though. Water temps in the mid to upper 70s to about 81 at Cocoa Beach. And there's look your tides for Daytona Beach and for Cocoa Beach. So overall, not too bad for the beach, but watch out this afternoon and this evening for more showers and storms. We'll have the very latest on what you can expect for the rest of your work week coming up with your 7-day outlook.
Crime rates here in Florida are at a 46-year low across the state, and overall crime is down in Central Florida as well. But there are a few violent crime categories that are on the rise. In Florida, crime is down 4.4%. Now in Orange County, it's down 4.6%. And right here in Orlando, it's actually down 12.8%. Specifically in Orlando, burglary, larceny, aggravated assault, they're all down. But murders and rape, they're on the way up.
I always say homicide is a hard crime to predict or prevent. It's a crime of passion. I think what you're seeing is not necessarily an increase in committed crimes, but an increase in reported crimes, specifically rape.
Officials say residents are the key to help law enforcement keep it down.
Residents are key to this. They're our eyes and ears when we're out on the streets.
Right now at mynews13.com, you can find a county-by-county breakdown of the crime numbers. And happening today, the St. Pete Pride Festival. Now, this will be one of the largest community events of the season, and it's likely to draw about 50,000 people downtown today. Festival goers will be treated to live performances, entertainment, and art. News 13's Sarah Belsole is in downtown St. Pete with more on what folks can expect.
The fun did not stop with the parade yesterday. Today's the 15th annual festival that will be hitting the streets along Central Avenue. You can see a lot of booths being set up today and a lot of vendors getting ready for the largest community event of the season. This year, the festival is expected to draw more than 50,000 people. Now, the festival runs today from 9 to 4. It's free for everybody to attend and will take place in the Grand Central District. Also happening today, the 3rd annual barbecue. The event runs from 10 to 4 at the Themis Law Group on 28th Street North. It offers free food, drinks, games, and live performances by 3 artists, Di Alps, Carrie Courtney, and Christopher James. And if you're coming out today, there's just a few rules. Remember, no outside beverages or alcohol are allowed inside. Also, please leave your pets at home, and things like fireworks and weapons are also not allowed today. On scene in St. Petersburg, Sarah Belsole, News 13.
The St. Pete Pride Parade and fireworks show were both a hit last night. An estimated 200,000 people showed up to the event. 5,000 were in the parade itself, so people say they showed up to show support and to celebrate diversity and love. 34. That's the number of buildings Britain's government says have failed fire safety tests in the United Kingdom. Across the country, hundreds of people are out of their homes this weekend as fire officials conduct urgent testing on apartment blocks following the deadly blaze that engulfed the 24-story Grenfell Tower. At least 79 people were killed, and officials say flammable cladding on the outside of the tower may have helped that fire spread so fast. Police are considering manslaughter charges in the case.
We're involved supporting Secret Service and Vice President Pence's motorcade back to the airport when this accident occurred.
A police officer crashed his motorcycle while in Vice President Mike Pence's motorcade. It happened yesterday morning near Colorado Springs. The officer is still hospitalized in serious but stable condition.
The officer lost control of his motorcycle and went down. These movements of protectees are very critical movements, and some of these are at extremely high rates of speed. I mean, obviously, our focus is ensuring that the Vice President is staying safe while he's in Colorado Springs.
Vice President Pence's motorcade continued driving to the airport after the crash. He was in Colorado speaking at the Focus on Family's anniversary event. Scientists are examining what could be the largest Native American canoe ever found in North America. This week, the 34-foot vessel was excavated along the Red River in Louisiana. Scientists believe the boat is at least 800 years old, made by the Caddo Indians who once lived in the area.
I'm not really that surprised because this was an old Indian village through here, and there's a lot of artifacts through here.
We're not sure how it got here. We think that maybe the large rains that we had last spring moved it, and it washed up onto the bank at that time.
A pretty cool discovery. The canoe will be taken to Texas A&M University. Preservation will take up to 2 years, and then the boat will be out for display. A Pasco County truck driver just earned the title of the best 3-axle semi-driver in the state. News 13's Leah Masuda hit the road with the rookie who has millions of miles under his belt.
Danny Bradley has earned the title Rookie of the Year after winning first place for the best 3-axle semi-truck driver at the Florida Truck Driving Championships.
It's hard to believe that a Rookie of the Year has 30 years experience.
30 years of driving equaling out to over 2 million miles on the road.
You check your couplings here, make sure you're plugged in.
With safety as his top priority, Danny has 500,000 accident-free miles in his 5 years with Walmart.
Bang some tires, make sure they're good.
Which is part of why he took home the title in Daytona a couple weeks ago. The competition included a written test, inspection for defects, and of course, driving.
Basically doing the opposite of what we do every day. We try to stay away from objects. In this particular sense, we try to get as close as we can to objects and score points.
This was Danny's first time competing, but it doesn't appear it will be his last.
Yes, I have to go back and defend.
In Pasco County, Leah Masuda, News 13.
The National Truck Driving Championships are being held at the Orange County Convention Center August 9th through the 12th. Our county-by-county coverage continues now in Orange County, where today an Orlando shelter is offering a vaccine for the H3N2 dog flu. Now, the Pet Alliance of Greater Orlando is offering the initial H3N2 flu vaccine for $10. The shots will be issued until noon. Right now, the Central Florida Animal Shelter is not currently taking in any dogs or adopting them out because of the dog flu, which vets say is similar to kennel cough with symptoms like a cough, runny nose, and fever. And over in Flagler County, you can head to the pier today. The Flagler Beach Pier officially reopened yesterday after 9 months of repairs. Hurricane Matthew ravaged parts of it, and for some local fishermen, it's been hard to find a better spot.
The pier's been closed since October. I've been driving around trying to find somewhere to fish, and it's nothing like the pier.
There will be a ribbon-cutting ceremony next Saturday to commemorate the pier's reopening. And a brand new dog park is now open in the Tampa area, honoring the life of a fallen Hillsborough County deputy. Deputy John Cotfila was killed by a wrong-way driver just a year ago. Now, his memory lives on with yesterday's dedication of a Deputy John Cotfila Jr. Memorial Dog Park. It's a place that means so much to his family and his beloved German Shepherd Dexter. The park, which was built underneath the Selman Expressway, is a place where the Cotfila family would typically avoid because that's where the crash happened. But now they have a reason to embrace it.
It's nice because every time we are here and we have to go on the expressway, it's like, oh, I don't want to go that way. That's where John Roberts killed. I don't want to do that. That's where John Roberts killed. So now it has a nice memory.
The city of Tampa will maintain that park. Meanwhile, you're looking at a new champion of ugly. Yeah, I'm not trying to be mean. This Neapolitan Mastiff was proudly crowned the world's ugliest dog. The droopy-faced 125-pound rescue dog named Martha beat out 13 other pets for the title in California. According to her handler, Martha is a, quote, drooling, snoring, gassy, loud, and silly girl. Martha won $1,500 and a trophy, and also a trip to New York City. The 4th of July weekend is right around the corner, and a record number of people are expected to travel out of town. AAA says that over 44 million people will travel at least 50 miles or more from their homes. That's an increase of more than 1 million over last year. AAA says that most people will drive to their destination, but cruises have also been a big draw for the holiday weekend. And your time right now, boom, it hits it just as we speak about it, 7:41 right now. Let's check in with meteorologist Jamie Martin. Good morning, Jamie.
Hey, good morning, David. Nice and quiet across Central Florida right now. Not too many problems. Got a couple of sprinkles from the overnight showers that we had across the area, but otherwise a nice quiet start to the day. Claremont, taking a look at the Jenkins Hyundai of Leesburg Skycam. Not showing too many problems out there. A little mixture of sun and clouds to start off our day. And we're going to see nice conditions through at least the morning hours, but we will see an increasing chance of showers and storms as we head through the afternoon hours. Let's take a look right now at the winds across Central Florida. Fairly light out there around Lake Eustis, about 7-mile-per-hour winds. Ocala about 2, down towards Kissimmee and the attractions about 3, Melbourne about 6. So overall, it looks like a nice quiet start to the day across Central Florida. Look at these temperatures, though. We're talking about some pretty warm conditions. 79 already in Daytona Beach and Sanford, 81 in Leesburg, 80 in Kissimmee, 78 degrees around Melbourne. So upper 70s and lower 80s to start off the day. So it's not going to take long to get us right back into the low to mid 90s for afternoon highs. Here's a look at futurecasts as we go through the morning and into the afternoon. You can see by about 2-3 o'clock this afternoon, we're going to see a good coverage of showers and storms beginning to erupt as we get the warming of the day here and those sea breezes coming together. So a good chance of showers, about a 60-70% chance as we head through the afternoon, especially by about 5:30 this afternoon. So make sure if you have outdoor plans that you're listening, make sure you head inside if you hear that rumbling of thunder as those thunderstorms move across the area. They'll be with us through about 8 p.m. before things start to calm down and we start to see things die out during the overnight hours. As far as travel delays, if you're flying out of OIA, so far this morning, all the major hubs are looking good. No major problems out there. Temperatures definitely cooled down along the north and parts of the mid-Atlantic here. About 84 degrees, nice comfortable conditions around D.C. 71 in Chicago, 65 in Minneapolis today, but still very warm around Phoenix at 111 degrees coming up this afternoon. We'll talk more about what you can expect for the work week coming up in about 10 minutes with your weather on the ones. Right now, another live look at Storm Tracker 13 Doppler radar.
Showers are in the forecast this week, but you can stay ahead of the rain with the News 13 Plus app. Make sure you have the newest version. Now, it features an expanded forecast section where you can see weather activity hour by hour or a week ahead. And Storm Tracker 13 Doppler radar with new options for marine data and information tracked from buoys. Download the app today. Update your current version. It's free. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You're watching Central Florida's only 24-hour news channel, News 13. News weather now, exclusively on Spectrum. Get weather updates, the latest forecasts, and some spectacular views. Follow the weather experts on Twitter at MyNews13Weather.
This is not the Ford factory. It's the brand new Mullinax Ford Kissimmee. This is Mullinax Ford New Smyrna Beach and Mullinax Ford Apopka. 3,500 vehicles with upfront pricing and no fees. No one sells more Fords in Central Florida than Mullinax.
At Spectrum, we want to make sure your internet is fast, reliable, and most importantly, safe. That's why Spectrum Internet comes with a full suite of free security services that keep your computers and devices safe from viruses, spyware, and identity theft. Just go to spectrum.net/securityinfo to download. It takes only minutes to install, covers up to 10 devices, and comes free with your internet service. So play it safe and download Security Suite today.
At the Armories, we believe whatever your need is, we have a firearm for you. With a wide selection of trusted brands like Glock, Smith & Wesson, Sig Sauer, and many more, you will find the best fit. Ask us about our concealed weapon classes. Whether you're a gun enthusiast or looking for your first purchase, come to the Armories at one of our 3 locations in Kissimmee, Winter Garden, and Oviedo.
My husband and I were involved in a bad car accident. That's when we called attorney Dan Newland. At the end of our case, Dan has recovered $200,000, and that money has really helped.
I was honored to help Eileen and Billy with their accident case, and I'd be honored to help you too. Call me now, Saturday or Sunday at 407-888-8000.
Dan and the staff were great help. They exceeded our expectations in all ways.
Thank you, Dan, for all of your help.
At Mullinax Ford, every pickup is on sale. Now save $10,500 on luxury F-150s with EcoBoost, navigation, and loads of power equipment. Mullinax has 200 of these trucks, all priced $10,500 off. No one sells more Fords in Central Florida than Mullinax.
Storm Tracker 13 is brought to you by Main Street Mower. These are the guys to trust for mowers, trimmers, generators, and more. Hometown service, premium equipment.
Gators baseball tops TCU 3-0. They advance to the College World Series Championship Series. They play LSU starting Monday night. To soccer, Orlando City up in Chicago taking on the Fire. They were out of this one 8 minutes into the game. Remember the name David Ockham. He would score twice in that span. He had a hat trick and an assist. Chicago blows out Orlando City 4-0, tied for their worst loss of the season. Pride hosting the Houston Dash a week after beating the Dash 4-2. Houston gets revenge despite an early chance for Marta. The Dash opened up scoring in stoppage time of the first half when U.S. national team member Carly Lloyd rips a shot just outside the box and in. They added another in the second half. Houston wins 2-0 in Orlando. I'm Chris Torello, and that's your Toyota Sports Minute on News 13.
The downtown Orlando Public Library was transformed into a Harry Potter universe. Yesterday's change from the Muggle world into the magical world was part of the 20th anniversary of the first Harry Potter book. Kids and adults came dressed to the T as wizards. Now, there was a scavenger hunt and a virtual reality experience with sound and video effects as Muggles checked out Hogsmeade and even stopped at Honeyduke's to make a sweet treat.
I'm a big Harry Potter fan, and so I just love being here right now. It really is magical.
What are you looking forward to? I mean, this scavenger hunt.
I'm looking forward to finding all the things because I love looking around and exploring things. So I just want to find all of them and get it done.
And this was the first Harry Potter event held at the downtown Orlando Public Library. It was free for all to attend. Britain's Prince Harry seems to think that no one in the royal family envies Queen Elizabeth II and her 65 years on the throne. During an interview with Newsweek, Prince Harry said, quote, "Is there anyone of the royal family who wants to be king or queen? I don't think so, but we will carry out our duties at the right time," unquote. He says the monarchy was a good force for good, but suggested that he and his older brother are trying to rebuild its image.
Traditionally, you wouldn't think that a little champagne and some clay would go hand in hand. However, this is one way to wind down the work week. I'm Scott Feiss, still ahead on a tankful. Join us for a new way to kick off the weekend. Stay with us.
Tropical Update is brought to you by attorneys Justin Clark & Associates. Problems with the IRS or considering bankruptcy? Call now for a free consultation.
Megatron could beat up a toaster. What?
Come here, you little cretin.
The vacation you can't get anywhere else is here. Are you ready? Universal Orlando Resort.
When you're on the go, watch News 13 anywhere with the Spectrum TV app. Get live breaking news,
Standoff in East Orlando.
local stories,
Firefighters from Oviedo.
and your weather on the One's forecast.
Showers expected.
Wherever you are, go to mynews13.com/watch live. Download the Spectrum TV app and watch News 13 instantly on your device. The Spectrum TV app is free to Spectrum customers. Enjoy TV on your terms with the Spectrum TV app, exclusively from Spectrum.
You're driving along and then it happens. You get hurt in a car accident. After your accident, we work hard to get you results. Let me tell you what I mean by that. We promise to fight the insurance company for all the money you deserve.
Call Rubenstein Law. A client of theirs hurt their neck and Rubenstein Law got them $200,000. Now that's a lot of money.
I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein. Call me. I want to be your attorney.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, call 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
How would you like to triple your money this summer? Wait, what? It's the Triple Your Down Payment Summer at Universal Hyundai. Triple your down payment with your new car purchase. Bring us one, we make it three. Bring us two, we make it up to $6,000. Elantra, just $12,987. 0% available. Sonata, only $16,987. 0% available. Triple your down payment today. The Triple Your Down Payment Summer at Universal Hyundai and UniversalHyundai.com. Now that's truly the better place to buy.
Hold still. Nice to see them so close.
The vacation you can't get anywhere else is here. Are you ready? Universal Orlando Resort.
Learn about Florida's climate and explore the science behind the weather. Go to mynews13.com/Project Weather.
This is a Storm Tracker 13 Tropical Update.
Hey, good Sunday morning, everybody. Looks like a good chance of showers and storms back across Central Florida as we head our way through the daytime hours today. A good 50 to 60% chance expected, but at least the tropics are a little on the quiet side coming up for the remainder of our weekend. Let's go and take a look at the tropics right now. As you can see, the Gulf of Mexico looking pretty good, especially the central and eastern part of the Gulf. The western part still seeing some showers and some thunderstorms out towards the mainland area there of Mexico, but not looking at any kind of tropical characteristics with those showers and storms. So far so good there. Back out through parts of the Caribbean looking good also. The northern parts of South America definitely seeing some showers and thunderstorms, but nothing associated with the tropics, so we're not looking for any kind of development there. And also back out in the open Atlantic, also looking just fine. No new formation expected coming up over the next 5 days. So far so good with the tropics, and we're just going to see the chance of afternoon showers and storms increasing across the area. In fact, here's a look at the moisture in the atmosphere. Over the last couple of days have been a little bit drier in the mid and upper levels, but beginning to get that moisture back across the area. Wherever the darker greens and the blues, that's the really thick moisture, and that's going to be right on top of us coming up for the remainder of our day today and into our Monday. So we're going to see an increasing chance of showers and storms coming up over the next couple of days. All the dry air stays well off to the north of us coming up through Tuesday, so we're going to see an increasing chance of showers and storms, and it's going to stick around all the way through the middle of our upcoming work week, including our Thursday and Friday. So not going to see much of a change out there. All the dry air is going to stay off well to the north of us. Here's a look at your forecast here with Futurecast. As we go through the afternoon hours, you can see a pretty good chance of showers and thunderstorms here through 4 p.m. We're going to be looking at a 50 to 60% chance across the area. That will continue through about 7 p.m., but as we gradually decrease the temperatures, we'll start to decrease the chance of showers all the way through the overnight hours. So by 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, starting off pretty quiet for your work week, but as soon as we start heating things up during the day on Monday by 2 p.m., another round of showers and thunderstorms back across the area. That will continue all the way through the afternoon and evening hours. As we get into the overnight hours, still going to see a couple of spotty showers across the area for Tuesday morning, but look at this. By Tuesday afternoon, a really good coverage of showers and storms back in the forecast as we head through Tuesday and Wednesday. Here's a look at your forecast coming up for today. Temperatures back in the upper 80s along the beach, back in the low 90s along the inland area. areas, and it's going to be on the hot side over the next couple of days. Not going to see much of a change in our temperatures. In fact, staying mainly in the low 90s for the next couple of days, a good 60 to 70% chance of showers and storms all the way through Monday and Tuesday. Start to decrease that chance just a little bit through the midweek, but still going to see a 50% chance of showers and storms on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So a good chance of showers and storms continues all the way through the end of the week, and we'll continue to update you on those showers and storms right here with your weather on the ones. Right now, a live look at Storm Tracker 13 Doppler radar.
After a long weekend, you may want to relax and just hold hands with your sweetheart, but leave it to our Scott Feist to get his hands dirty. Here's Florida on a Tank Full with greetings from St. Petersburg.
Inside this former St. Petersburg Railroad station awaits a classy date night. That's just turned dirty.
I guess you could have brought snacks, but I'm sure at one point they would have had some clay on them.
Sure, there's bubbly.
I brought champagne. You also brought champagne?
Yeah.
There's no need to dress to impress.
We geared up for it.
Tommy Garvin got in touch with his sensitive side, along with his girlfriend, Jess Montero.
This is a rose. You can see it really developing.
The pair visited the Morian Center for Clay for Friday Night Clay, where adults unwind after the work week.
You have to focus in on this one thing that's right in front of you, so it's a way of relaxing. You can bring drinks with you and all that. It's a good time.
Matt Sheeman with the Morian Center for Clay says leave the smartphone behind and pick up your artistic side.
An appreciation for the arts is really what we're looking for.
I decided to get like way more clay than I need.
Folks like Tommy and Jess join others spending time sculpting, sipping, painting, and spinning. The evening ends in a toast when folks leave their artwork behind. 2 weeks after Friday night, the artists will return to pick up their items which have been fired and then come out looking pretty glossy. A return visit guarantees a creative start as another weekend begins anew and the chance to get it right next time.
It didn't come out nearly as well.
That's Florida on a Tank Full.
There's not a good time for me to stop. There's so much more I want to do.
I'm Scott Feist with greetings from St. Petersburg.
Friday Night Clay costs $25 per person. Reservations are a must. Now you can find the Morian Center for Clay in St. Petersburg. Scott put all the details at mynews13.com/tankful.
Looks like a very good chance of showers and storms over the next couple of afternoons all the way through the upcoming work week. The very latest just ahead with your 7-day outlook.
Time now for a look at what's happening in our community, sponsored by Todd Minor Law.
Spotting jams with more traffic cams. Your real-time traffic every 10 minutes all morning long on News 13. Exclusively on Spectrum.
Airport, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will double the factory rebates on all new vehicles.
That's right. You're doubling all factory rebates. And if the factory is taking off $3,000, Airport will make it $6,000, all the way up to $10,000 off. 15 minutes from anywhere in Orlando.
See you at Airport during the Drive and Discovery event.
Oh, boy. This is going to be good.
Did this just stop on its own?
Yeah.
Is that a touchscreen? Does it have Bluetooth?
All came standard.
Came standard? Wow, that's unbelievable. This guy, huh?
He's giving it to him. Mm-hmm.
You won't believe what standard can do. Lease a new 2017 Toyota Corolla LE for $169 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
At Fields, we're known for our complimentary loaners. Hello, I'm Dan Fields, and now you can take a loaner home and keep it.
It's Fields' first ever loaner sales event.
Every current low-mileage, hand-picked, and pampered loaner will be sold or leased for less, like this.
Get 0% APR financing for 36 to 72 months on every BMW loaner in stock.
Fields' first ever loaner sales event. But hurry, this is a limited time offer.
See Fields first for BMW. Go to fieldsbmw.com.
I was hit by a reckless driver, and attorney Dan Newland recovered $240,000 for my injuries, and I couldn't be more thankful.
I was honored to recover $240,000 to help Zach, and I'd be honored to help you too. Call me now, Saturday or Sunday at 407-888-8000. That's 407-888-8000.
I hope that I'm never in an accident again, but if I am, I'm definitely going to be calling attorney Dan Newland.
Airport, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will double the factory rebates on all new vehicles.
That's right, we're doubling all factory rebates. And if the factory is taking off 3,000 airports, we'll make it 6,000, all the way up to $10,000 off. 15 minutes from anywhere in Orlando.
See you at Airport during the Drive and Discover event.
Get weather updates, the latest forecasts, and some